So welcome everybody. We're so excited that you guys are joining us on a Monday evening. I hope everybody had a really great start to the week. Mine was crazy busy, but awesome busy. So I'd rather be, busy than not busy. I don't know about you guys, but that's just my thing. And what we're here to talk about tonight is the WebCenter program and the WebCenter special that's been extended and is only live until Friday. So a lot of people didn't realize that the WebCenter special is actually available on UnFranchise right now. So if you or anybody in your organization, after learning a little bit about the earning potential and what this is really all about, wants to take advantage of it, at the end, we're going to share with you guys some codes so that you can just log into UnFranchise and get your WebCenter set up for free. And that has a hard deadline of Friday. So we've already extended it more than we typically do. And actually, this is the last time we're going to do that, right, Jay? We're going to switch away from that. And
That's right.
yeah, we're just going to keep the special to 1 week. Now that it's on UnFranchise and everybody can get it done easily and quickly on their phone or their computer or whatever, we're just going to do a week. So just make sure that you share this information with your organization because the deadline is Friday and we won't be allowed to extend that even one more day. So Friday's the deadline. So with that being said, Jason and I are going to walk everybody through a couple of things with the WebCenter program, because before you can get started, you have to first kind of understand what's in it for you, right? What's it all about? How does it fit into your shopping annuity? How does it fit into your business? How is this going to help you grow? And so really that's our goal for tonight. We want to explore with you together the 4 ways that WebCenters can make an impact, because before you can make an educated decision about whether or not you want to do WebCenters, you need to know, again, how does that impact everything around you? So we're going to hit on 4 quick topics. We're going to talk about how the WebCenter program can affect you in terms of profitability. So we're going to talk very, very quickly about short and long-term profitability, the earning potential, the BV, how that works. We're also going to touch briefly on how the WebCenter program can impact your organization. And that means from everything from group business volume to recruiting possibilities to everything. We're also going to talk in terms of your client, right? Because, you want to sell products that you believe in and that can help your customer out. So we're going to talk about that. And finally, we're going to talk about the impact in terms of the industry and innovation. How are we innovating within the web development industry? Because that's going to affect your ability to recruit. And before we get into anything, we're also going to, or before we get into anything, on those 4 impact points, also want everybody to know that at the end, Jason is going to unveil for you brand new resources, brand new monthly training and initiatives that's available to you for free, which is incredible in my opinion. I mean, geez, it's literally every 30 days there's something that you could be plugging into for support and training and education and help. So really there's nobody that can't be successful with this if they choose to apply themselves. I don't know about you, Jay, but when I got started with WebCenters, there was one static website that hadn't been updated in a really long time, and it was all trial and error, where today there's just so many things in place to support business growth that there's really no excuse to not succeed. But yeah, so Jason will cover that as well. And we're also going to touch a little bit about what this means in terms of the shopping annuity. So we're going to give you a little sneak peek at the brand new shop business page, which is currently in development. I was actually talking with the shop developers today about where that's going to live and a couple of other logic points there. But, just some food for thought. The average family spends, $18,750 a year or more, right? That they could be redirecting to shop.com to fund their shopping annuity. Well, the average business owner is going to spend 4 to 5 times that amount of money. We've had clients, contractors that spend well over $100,000 at Home Depot, and they're putting that through shop.com and earning cash back, and that's generating IBV for our organization, right? And it's a great recruiting point, by the way. I just had the dance studio that I teach at, we just finished placing all of our orders for costume season, and one of the partner stores is discountdance.com. We placed over $4,000 there, in 1 week. You know what I mean? Because again, the average business owner has a lot more money to redirect. So I did want to mention that right off the gate, because I think a lot of people think like, okay, university major or shopping annuity, and really there's just a ton of crossover, and one thing feeds the other and the other feeds the other. It's just totally cyclical, and if you are building the business properly, with all of those wheels turning at the same time, you can build a monster business. And so we just want to be very clear about the fact that WebCenters is absolutely no different than any other university major in that standpoint, even though our product isn't necessarily a consumable product for average people. So with that being said, we're going to hit on these points fairly quickly. The first one being, of course, UFO profitability, right? When you're making a decision to start a business, you want to know what the earning potential is, right? And that's any business, that's any industry. So with the WebCenter program, we typically divide our financial goals into two categories: our short-term goals and our long-term goals. So our short-term goals are typically handled with retail profits, because it's something that, you know, you could sell a website, earn an average of anywhere from $500 to $1,000 on that website sale, and you can easily apply that to a short-term goal. It's handled, it's done, and you're good. And our long-term goals are typically handled with the MPCP. That's your ongoing income earned from business volume and incentive business volume commissions, right? Or the unfranchised income, your ongoing income. And so when you're making the evaluation of profitability for WebCenters, you really want to look at both of those items, not just one or the other. So the average website sale, when you generate a sale, and that's, you know, from the beginning with maybe a design package, and sometimes they might even buy other digital marketing products as well, but the average sale is going to generate about $1,000, anywhere from $500 to $1,000 in retail profit. Your wholesale cost in US dollars is $249 or whatever, and anything above that is retail profit. So you could make anywhere from $50 to $3,000 on a single website sale, depending on how much value you build into that appointment, and how well you qualify the prospect, and how high quality that prospect is. Our professional sales team, our sales support team, will actually sell the website on your behalf. And even when you use their services to sell the website for you, all you've done is book an appointment and they sell the site for you, you still are going to earn full retail profit when you use that. Now, in addition to that, a website sale is going to generate 230 BV at the point of sale. And then every single month that they remain an active client, you're going to earn another 30 BV every single month. And that's automatic BV. So, you know, I always just like to equate that to any other product in our line of products that we have access to as UnFranchise owners. You know, if you want to automate your BV, you then have to get a customer on auto ship, which, you know, that can be kind of challenging at first, because people aren't sure, like, you know, people are sometimes a little bit more reserved when they, you know, when they're making the decision to put a product on an auto ship. It takes more time to get them to commit to that. Well, with businesses and this type of service, it's just the norm. It's the expected. And so it's easy to automate business volume. And then your digital marketing products will generate additional ongoing BV and ongoing retail profit. So overall, the profitability is high, and the health of your business is good, because you are generating substantial retail profit, significant retail profit, right? We're not talking about $5 and $10 here and there. Significant retail profit, significant business volume at the beginning, right from the start of the sale, and then automated ongoing business volume on top of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the most powerful things about the WebCenter program is how it can help you grow long term. You know, when you look at your organization and everything else that you're maybe focusing on, maybe it's TLS or Nutrimetrics or motives.
Yeah.
I really think, Sarah, that there's never been a better time to be a WebCenter owner, because there is so much crossover. Right? There really, really is. A lot of times people are getting distracted in terms of their major, and they're not really building the business. They really fall into like this retail scenario. And sure, $500 to $1,000 retail profit is great, but when you start talking about that ongoing residual BV that happens, it's incredible. You talk about 30 BV, right? 30 BV. You know, say you have 10 clients over the course of a year, that's an automated 300 BV every single month.
It's awesome.
Right? So it's so powerful, so powerful. When you can have a web center owner in your left organization and one in your right organization, think of what that does in terms of automating BV for your own residual income. When you've got partners that have these clients on board. So you referenced the shopping annuity as well. I actually met with a salon owner today, and the appointment wasn't about cosmetics. It wasn't about skincare. It wasn't even about anything other than just spending money. It wasn't even about a website or search engine optimization. We just talked about where she's spending money currently. Awesome. She's all set with all her vendors that she's working through right now, and things are fine. But guess what? She's spending a lot of money and wants to find ways to save money. So the conversation has started, and I think it's a long-term relationship now where we can see where it goes.
Well, isn't that interesting too, by the way? It's just like, when you're dealing with high quality prospects like a business owner, that conversation might totally start off with, okay, well, where are you spending money to run your business? And we have a business spending assessment that helps you ask the right questions to identify the needs there. So you don't even have to know what questions to ask, but the conversation starts there. But now you're going to have an opportunity to build a strong relationship and rapport with that person. And you don't know where that's going to land. I mean, that might land, with a digital marketing product or a website in the future, but it also might get motives in the salon. There's just so many places that you can start, but as a web center owner, you just have more opportunities to do business together.
Yeah, it's all about adding value and building that trust right out of the get-go, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So I think, we talked about, each website initially, that's a good chunk of BV, right? 230 BV initially, and who wouldn't like an additional influx of that kind of BV into the organization, and certainly ongoing, but we can't dismiss the digital marketing products as well. If someone's going to be marketing their business online, why not talk about search engine optimization, social media, Facebook advertising, and things like that? So there's so many add-on products and services for these business owners, and it's so exciting. More now than ever before, can we really put together a great program to drive results? And I think that's what business owners are after, right? They want results, they want leads, they want to save money, but they really want to market their business, right?
Yeah, it's exactly right. You end up with a nice synergistic and very, very highly effective product for your client as well. Just this morning, I had somebody call me because they got my name from somebody else that we had worked with, and they owned a childcare facility. And she was looking for quotes on websites, and I said, well, just like anytime somebody asks me for that right off the bat, I'm like, let's sit down and figure out what your needs are first. Do a little 15-minute consult and get you on an appointment so we can make an actual quote. And she was totally open to that. But the funniest part is, Jay, is like, she was telling me about the other developers that she had spoken with and was getting quotes from. And every single one of them, all they did was provide a website, where our opportunity and our product was able to be coupled with marketing strategies and additional products that she could either subscribe to and purchase if she wanted to, or even tools that she could use on her own to market the website. So just so you guys know, that is definitely something that makes us stand apart in the marketplace, is the fact that we're not just selling websites. We actually care about getting that website traffic. And a lot of other developers, they just build the website and then they're like, okay, you're on your own. You have to figure out how to get people to the website on your own now. And it's a lot of work. Small business owners just don't have that kind of time anymore. So
Right. I mean, they're wearing so many other hats. The last thing they want to do is also be a web developer.
I know.
And you and I talk about things like marketing, and some new web center owners or people that are evaluating this might be a little concerned about, how am I going to do this? How can I talk this marketing lingo like Sarah and Jason right now?
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing is that we've got teams of professionals. We've got experts that do that for us and for our web center owners.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my very first website appointment, the only thing I said was, "Hi, Tony, this is Conan. It's great that we're on the phone together. He's going to walk you through everything." And so literally that was my contribution to the appointment. And it's funny, after listening to so many appointments and talking to so many prospects, it's just like the business. You start to be able to talk in themes and you really understand. And you just, you're less surprised. So you become more well-versed as you listen and meet with your people. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so let's talk about how we impact clients, right? So I just kind of gave a little bit of an example, and I just said we're not just providing a website, we are providing more than that. Our goal is not to just, be the McDonald's franchise of websites and just, throw a bunch of websites out there and hope, they do what they do or they don't. We truly want to look at ourselves as a partnership with our clients. So we want to help our clients to increase their business's revenue and decrease their expenses and simplify. Like, the simplification part of it is really nice. The fact that our clients are going to get a great website that has marketing tools built into it, that has 24/7 support available to them, and that has the ability to add additional marketing products within the same organization and team, which is incredibly powerful. That's what we do, right? Those are the benefits: increase revenue, increase engagement, simplicity, decrease expenses, increase customer satisfaction of their customers, streamline business practices. Those are how we help small businesses. We do that through technology. But the good news is, as an UnFranchise owner or as a web center owner, the technology part is not your concern. Like Jason said, that's the sales support concern. That's tech support's concern. Our concern is, how can we talk with clients about what their needs are and how we might be able to help them? The simplicity part is huge. Our comprehensive solution, the simplicity also makes the product better. I just want to add that. Because when you have a website developer here and your Google AdWords being managed there and your social media is being managed here, now you have to somehow get all three companies or people to talk with each other and try to collaborate. But they don't really care, right? Because they work for themselves. Where if you have all of those strategies worked out within the same organization and they're experts in their arena, but they're all connected, now you have a better product. Because it's just, think of it like better ingredients, right? We have better ingredients in isotonics. We have better ingredients in web centers as well.
Yeah, and when the customer or the client only has to worry about managing one relationship rather than managing 5 or 6 different vendors, that's time consuming and a headache. And like you said, bring it under one roof and they love it.
100%. So I'll show you a couple of before and afters. This is the before website, typical. I mean, it's actually not a terrible design. It's very text heavy, but there's some thought behind it, right? So it's a decent design. But the functionality wasn't quite where the client wanted it to be, right? This is a company that offers swim lessons to kids and families and all kinds of programs. And so they wanted the ability for customers to book parties, directions, order and register online, navigate a parent guide, navigate classes, and identify what was best for the kids. There's a lot of things that, as a parent, when I'm looking at places like this, I want to know about their safety. I want to know about, their schedule. I want to know about their instructors and everything, right? So if your website, if you're in a service-based business, especially one that touches in this arena, you definitely want to make sure your website is speaking to that audience appropriately. So the new website is a way better, I know it's beautiful, it's a way better UI, beautiful design, it's more inspiring, it's easier to navigate. And then, of course, the functionality was improved as well. Here's a nursery, which, by the way, I totally used this before and after when I was talking with that prospect this morning, because I was like, oh yes, our team has worked on websites for childcare facilities in the past. And by the way, that's the way to do it, because Little Rascals Nursery is not my personal client, but they are a client of MA Web Centers. Our design center did design this website. And so when I shared this design, I simply said our designers have worked on, websites like yours in the past, and you just share that design, and it's part of our team. We're all together on one team. Just don't say that it's your personal client, because that's not true, right? So we want to make sure that we're properly framing that. So this is somebody that, had a business, knew she needed a website, never got around to it. Sounds like a lot of people that we know, actually. The other scenario, just so you know, to look out for, are people that did a website like on their own. And I always sit down with them and I say, okay, so you did it yourself and you're not happy with it. Now you want like a professional to do it, right? Again, always analogies seem to work the best for me. Everybody communicates differently, but I'll just say, if you purchased a new building for your nursery, would you do the plumbing yourself or would you hire a plumber, right? So do what you do and focus on what you do, because that's what you do best, and, allow the professionals to do the other things for you. So the site is helping to now increase enrollment, credibility, weather delays. They're doing email marketing. They've got password protected pages for their parents to view children, pics of the kids and things like that. which is really important. I'm finding now, especially, and I teach dance part time. Parents are definitely being more concerned and strict about whether or not people can take photos of their children. And Jay, like we just went to that gymnastics meet, and there's giant signs that say, like, photos are being taken. If you don't want your children's photos online or taken, you just need to let us know. So, for a childcare facility, that kind of stuff is important. So again, the site is better. They didn't have one, so any site is better, I guess. But this one is really, really fun, and it feels appropriate for the industry. And that's important to note because our professional designers will custom design websites for your clients based on their industry, their business goals, and their needs.
Right. And the other thing is that they're all responsive, which I think is great, that no matter what device someone's using, whether they're on a desktop or their laptop or their iPad or their phone, all the sites are designed in a responsive nature. That's just a better user interface for everyone, right?
Correct.
Right.
So more than just a website, we've already touched on this, but in a nutshell, all of our websites come with the ability to have e-commerce, unlimited email accounts, traffic, bandwidth, blogs, appointment reservation tools, galleries, videos, social media tools, Google tools, all kinds of stuff. And there's nobody better to walk your prospect through this than somebody at sales support who is a product specialist and will handle that appointment again for you on your behalf.
Yeah, absolutely. So, when you talk about the industry, you've got a lot of professionals that, they do what they do best, and they might be just in, say, a web development, but they're tied to that client forever because every time that they need a change, they have to be hands on deck, right? We have a different scenario where we're really focusing on our platform, right? Because we do build more than just a website. We build a relationship. We build a marketing strategy. We talk about all those things that are included. And one of the things that I love is the email marketing tool. Email marketing is coming back, long form marketing. And the fact that it's built into our software is great. So you might have a web developer, or maybe they're a graphic designer, but they don't really focus on website development specifically, or maybe they don't understand search engine optimization or social media. But when we can leverage the teams of professionals to do all of their expertise, it's just a better program for the client. So when we talk about the leverage piece, it's huge. It's huge because you might have one professional in one area that's outsourcing their work for, say, social media to another vendor, but they're not really capitalizing on that. But in our scenario, we're all collaborating together for who? For the client. So it's a win for the client, it's a win for us at MA Web Centers, and it's a win for the professionals that we work with, especially when we start talking about our WebCenter Pros, and of course, adding in the fact that we have a leveraged residual income, which they don't have that option as a self-employed small business owner themselves.
That's right. And by the way, that you just really hit the nail on the head with that. The fact that right now, if you are a special, if your focus is on web design or just email marketing or whatever, it's not just about losing the income. If you do web development and you don't do social media, or you don't do SEM, or you don't do SEO, and you're outsourcing that, or just, recommending other people, those are products that require ongoing communication, right? And so what's happening is now your client is communicating with their social media person or their SEM person pretty consistently and building a pretty solid relationship with that person, because there's just a lot of talking that gets involved with, doing that strategy. And so you're also compromising that business relationship just a little bit, you know what I mean? Because you don't know if that social media person has a different idea of what the website should be like or whatever. And so it's really just as good as a defensive plan as it is an offensive one.
Yeah, great point. Great point. We know that business is just competitive in nature, and everyone's out for themselves, and that's the nature of business. But the nice thing about what we do with the UnFranchise is it's all about collaboration. So we've got this incredible program, the WebCenter Pro Program, rolled out last year, but things are really starting to move with this program. I'm really excited about it. They have access to the full line of products that we offer. They also get access to our teams of professionals, which is nice. So they can keep it kind of in-house rather than outsourcing some of those other projects like you were just mentioning. But they don't have to, lose their own brand. They can still operate their own business, but they can work in collaboration and have that co-branded functionality with MA WebCenters. And of course, they have access to all our support. So they get VIP support to make sure that they know exactly what our platform can do for the betterment of their client. And it's a great resource that most traditional, let's just say web developers or industry professionals, they're by themselves, and they can't just reach out to another professional for help because that's in competition. So I think it all comes down to being educated, and I'm really excited about the education series that we've got going on right now. We just kind of launched some things, and it's going really well so far, 2018. But when it comes to the WebCenter Pro program, they also have ongoing professional education as well. So we've got 2 different programs, and you can learn more about that on our website, mawc411.com, for both Pro Affiliate and our Pro Partner program. So, I mean, pretty much they have access to being UnFranchise owners. They get to earn cash back just like we all do through their own shop.com purchases. They have the ability to earn retail profits through all of our lines of products, but of course the WebCenter products more specifically, they can earn that $500 to $1,000 to $3,000 in profit. But now they can also capitalize on the BV, which this is something that they never had a chance to be able to do, is to earn a residual income on just volume, right? Gross sales volume. So the ongoing income is just kind of an added bonus for both. But we have the Pro Partner. It has full access to the UnFranchise with really unlimited income potential. They can grow a team should they wish. And the Pro Affiliate is very similar to, say, HP1 within the Nutrimetrics division, where they want to have access to all the tools, the resources, their program, and they still get to capitalize on some of the BV, but they're not really focused on, say, expanding their business.
Right. Great. And like you said, there's more information on the Pro program on the 411 site. So if you have any potential industry professionals or pro candidates that you want to walk them through, there's some great videos and great resources on that website that you can share with them so that they can evaluate this as a way to build websites. And just keep that in mind for yourself. We talked about a lot how much BV gets generated from the WebCenter program. Well, the average web developer brings anywhere from 3 to 5 new website clients on board per month. So if they were building those websites on our platform, what would that do for your group business volume?
Right. Just take 300 BV times 5, 1,500 BV per month.
Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunity there. So maybe you're not the web person, maybe you're not the tech person, and it's to you, it's a little bit cumbersome, or you're I don't know, a little hesitant. Well, you might know web developers or graphic designers. I'm sure everyone in their back pocket has someone that they know that's doing something like that.
That's right. So before I turn this over to Jason, he's going to walk you through some tech resources and tools because, we've worked on a lot of things together, but really Jason is spearheading all of these 30-day monthly initiatives and campaigns, and he's just doing so much work. So that we don't have to trial and error our way to success with this program. So as of today, actually, Jason has stepped up from part-time to being full-time in support of our WebCenter division. And he is the brainchild behind these different 30-day initiatives. He's putting together great programs along with our brand new regional director for WebCenters in Asia, Alice Liu, who's doing these for all of our market countries in Asia as well. So together, they're just really providing an insane foundation for people to be successful. So the reason why I wanted him to just kind of highlight some of the newest things that are available for you now is because, again, as a brand new WebCenter owner, or as an UnFranchise owner, maybe WebCenters isn't your thing, but you have people in your group that it could be really great for, but you're not really sure how you would be able to support them. I just want you to understand that this is how. The way that you support them is by plugging them into the 411 site and the ongoing live training and recorded training that they have access to. They don't even have to pay for access to these trainings. So You don't need to know anything about web centers in order to support a web center owner, because that's what Jason and his team and all of the field leaders like Russell and Ray and Samara and Lenny and all the great people out there that are out there helping us. That's what we're all here for. So I will turn it over to Jason, and you can go ahead and walk it through.
Yeah, that's great. So we've done a lot of things to try and make it accessible as well. So when you go to the 411 site, for brand new web center owners, this is where you should go. You should go to mawc411.com and just go right to the launch page, right? That's where you're going to activate your web center and have some information. But right at the very top are the top 6 downloads to really get you started. So we're not going to go through all of them, but you can check it out yourself. But one of the most important things that you can do is when you click on welcome guide, you'll see we've got this brand new resource, because we have these great event specials, and we've got free web centers, and we've got until Friday, and then people say, well, now what? Now what, Sarah? I own my web center. Now what? What the heck do I do? Can I find a training? And then a lot of people are ready to get going, but they're trying to get trained and educated where they don't really know what that next step is. So the welcome guide is designed to just give someone a checklist and really nuts and bolts. What do I need to do on day one with the web center? And it really walks them through all the different options, how to access the teams of professionals, and what training is available. So that would be my first recommendation to everyone on tonight's call, is to go to mawc411.com and click on launch and go to the welcome guide. Right.
So the new Shop Business landing page is the thing that I was talking about that's in development. And this is meant to be coupled with the business spending assessment, as well as any of the other assessments that you're doing or consults that you're doing with your clients. So this is not live yet, so just keep that in mind, but it is in development. So just know that at the very top here, what we have found is that, in the assessment, we found that there are some commonalities between businesses where they want to be able to access the same types of partner stores, because, for example, most businesses are spending money at FedEx and Staples and things like that. And when we took them to shop.com, it was somewhat difficult to direct them to all of the business spending needs or the different business solutions that they wanted access to. And that's because shop.com is a consumer-facing website. It's not a business owner-facing website, right? So we built this really cool landing page, and at the top here, we're featuring our exclusive providers. So the first one is WebCenters. When you click on Learn More, now keep in mind that this shop business page is going to be on every UnFranchise owner's website. So when you click Learn More on the Web Center option, what will happen is it will actually redirect to your web center. As a web center owner, you get a website that talks only about your web center products so that you can have a nice focused site to share with your prospects. If you are not a web center owner, then what's going to happen is you're going to get an email that says, you have a potential website client, but you are not a web center owner, so you can't sell them a website. You have 24 hours to become a web center owner, or we're just going to connect that prospect with a web center owner, because we don't want to lose the business, or we don't want that client to walk away simply because you just don't have a web center and you can't service them, right? So just keep that in mind. Like, it's definitely a good idea to get your web center set up now if that is something that you're going to want to take advantage of and be okay with. You don't want to be okay with just like giving those leads away, because they're going to be on every single shop site. Below that is iTransact, and below that is the MA Tech Support team. So those are exclusive products that we offer. In the center here, you'll see that there's 3 additional ways that you can provide value, right, Jason, to your clients by helping to drive traffic both physically and digitally. So Shop Local is on there, becoming a shop.com partner store is on there, and becoming a shop.com affiliate publisher is on there as well. And again, this is like a portal into all of the most relevant business services that a customer would want. So when they click on Learn More, it's going to give them information about that specific program. And then finally, at the bottom, you've got partner stores, the top partner stores that we recommend for businesses. And then when they click on Find More, it will take them to the stores page of Shop, but with the business filter already applied.
I am so excited about that page. So I'm looking forward to when that gets released. I know they're developing it now, but what a great talking point for business owners,
Right.
when we're talking about these business spending assessments.
For sure.
Right?
you can take it back over from here. So how do you get
Yeah.
people to it? There's 3 steps.
Yeah, it's so easy. I mean, we've got the tools, like you said. You go to the 401 site and you can download the assessments. You can actually order them from unfranchise.com as well and get tearaway sheets where we tell you exactly what questions to ask your client and find out where they're spending their money, where are their needs. So walk them through a business spending assessment. We also have the marketing guide, which actually makes recommendations on what are the best things based on a category that they should be thinking about in terms of their marketing needs, their spending needs. What would be recommended for a website, email marketing, search engine optimization, social media, and then what partner stores would be recommended, and what kind of cash back. So you can introduce them at that point to your shop business landing page and go to the various partner stores of places that they're already spending money at. And like you said, you've got contractors that are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars at Home Depot. And just think about what that could do to a business owner, a small business owner, and how much money they can put back in their pocket. So it really is about empowering business owners and adding that value, right? So exciting, so exciting. In terms of the training and support, this isn't going to come together overnight, and you're not going to just wake up and say, hey, I'm a web center owner, I know it all. So we've got great tools and resources, but the ongoing training is going to be critical that you really get involved with, right? You want to participate. So let's go through each of the different things that we've got. The first thing is on the 401 site. If you go to the 2018 tab, it'll outline what we're doing for each of the months of the year. So we've already done our first 30-day sprint in January, and we had tremendous success. So many great stories and feedback. People that hadn't really stepped out of the comfort zone and taken action. They've been web center owners and have done a little bit, but now they're out there setting appointments. They're getting sales, and things are going great. So awesome. The sprints are great. We've got another one starting in March. So it'll be March 11th. You'll see some information on e-news coming out and on our blogs and things like that. So certainly register for that. We're just finishing up on Wednesdays through the month of February. We actually did client-facing educational webinars where we were talking to them about what it means to have a good website. How do you improve your website? How do you rank on search engines? What's it mean to have a good social media presence? And this Wednesday will be the last one, and we're going to talk about online reputation and email marketing. So it's not too late. They're all recorded and available for you to use as a tool down the road when you're talking to these clients. But again, the sprint is going to be great, and that's going to be starting in March.
Before you move on, I just want to say that when Jason proposed the idea of doing client campaigns, I was just thinking more traditionally, like, a social media campaign or something like that. But what he's actually doing is so much more valuable than that, because it's giving away free information that your clients would pay, hundreds of dollars for to go to a seminar to learn about these things. So basically, so he just said on Wednesday, is it at noon, Jason?
Yes.
Yeah, so lunchtime session, it's a power lunch. Just invite some potential website or digital marketing candidates or existing clients, right? Anybody that you know that could benefit from that information. They're going to attend a free webinar and learn from a digital marketing expert all about online reputation management and email marketing. And they don't have to pay to register for that. So it's just going to be a really great way to start a relationship with that person. You're going to build some initial trust. And then from there, Jason will very lightly sell an appointment on your behalf, I'm sure. But, by the time they get to the sales appointment, there's already some level of trust that's been built because you've given them value even before they've agreed to an appointment. You know what I mean? So just understand that really that's what those campaigns are there for. Yes, we're giving, an education series to our client, which helps to retain them and keep them on board longer. But it's also a really, really great sales tool and way to build a relationship.
Yeah, think to yourself, how many people know a business owner? It could be any business owner. Hey, we happen to have a free marketing overview on email marketing. Would you like me to send you the link? I mean, it's as easy as that. You don't need to know anything other than know a business owner, right?
Yeah.
So that's the client campaign. We're going to have those again. I believe the next one's going to be in, let's see.
July.
The next client campaign is July. So we do them twice a year. But then we've got the Step Up campaign, which is basically taking our existing clients and our web center owners and saying, hey, if you've got clients that are web center clients or website clients, let's talk to them about getting ranked on search engines. Or you've got a search engine client, let's talk to them about reputation management, or building in the other services that we can really fill in the gaps with their marketing program. So that's going to be a fun one for the Step Up campaigns. And then twice a year, we're going to do cleanup, which is basically all those clients that we've started conversations with that maybe timing wasn't right. We're just going to help you follow up and follow through, help you increase and improve sales. You know, kind of like it is a cleanup. Twice a year, just go through a massive follow up.
Awesome. Oh, and this
my
is the current sprint that's coming up. So if you become a web center owner, there's going to be something waiting for you in a week. You know, that gives you enough time to get your web center set up, get everything that you need downloaded and prepared, and then you just join Jason on the next WebCenter Sprint, which starts on March 11th. And that's exactly what I love that you called it March Madness. That's so cool. I love March Madness. I mean, who doesn't? Just when you get to make money in, so that one's even better, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that there's so many fast track groups and things like that, and it's great. It's just an accountability program. This is geared towards not only web center focus, but also business building. So we talk about prospecting, recruiting, sponsoring, retailing through other divisions, as well as the web center business. So if you're looking for a way to lightly get into more web center sales, but at the same time, you don't want to give up what you're already doing in terms of your business building, you shouldn't. It should run in parallel and tandem, and that's what it's geared towards, is actually growing your business.
Love it. Okay.
So here it is. I mean, you can't take action on anything we talked about without having a web center. And you talk about the tremendous value that we're providing as a web center owner. Typically, a web center costs $350 US. And here it is, free. And I know that we've had free specials before around the events, and it can, you know, oh, we're extending it. Oh yeah, just one more week, or call me. And I'm telling you right now, March 2nd, this Friday, that code is actually being turned off of UnFranchise. We can't turn it back on. So the time to take action is now. So we've got codes for first-time web center owner, but we have some folks that, you know, maybe they had a web center in the past a couple of years ago, and they realized they weren't really taking full advantage of it, or they see where the program is now. So we actually have a free reactivation code, which I think it was $150 to reactivate a web center, and that we're giving that away for free. Yeah, we're so waiving all those costs. You can see all the country codes here, so you can do it so easy. Now it's not like downloading a form, filling it out, and faxing it into the company. It's all done right on unfranchise.com. And for those that qualify, maybe industry professionals would qualify, or those that have sold 20 or more website products through WebCenters would qualify to be WebCenter Pro. We're also waiving that upgrade fee to become a WebCenter Pro. So much, we're just kind of giving away everything, Sarah.
I know. We've actually never had a WebCenter Pro upgrade special at all. And we've never had it this accessible, this easy to take advantage of. But I just want to say that, like I said, I just want to take it back a little bit. Is, you know, the WebCenter program is what got Ryan and I started in the business. And, you know, we train a lot on Shopping Annuity. We train a lot on the business. But I'm just being completely honest. Like, we would not be here if the WebCenter program wasn't here. For so many reasons, for retail profit, for ongoing BV. But it solved a major network issue for us as well, where we were having trouble finding prospects for the business. And then, you know, well, we were young at the time, and by selling websites, you meet business owners and entrepreneurs and people that are business minded and, you know, entrepreneurial spirited. And so they become really great recruiting prospects as well. And, you know, so we took the leap of faith, and we actually didn't even have a WebCenter special. We had to spend the $350, the $129.99 to get started, the this, the that. And, you know, we took that special. It was like, we paid that money. And sometimes I think, geez, maybe that's why we took it so seriously, is because we spent like all of our money on this program. But gosh, I'm so glad that we did it, because it's really, like I said, the reason that we're here, and we've been able to grow such a strong business and sell over 200 websites, and, you know, do what we love and meet really great people and make an impact on local business. There's just so many great things about the WebCenter division. And the point is this. The point is that it used to be a lot harder. It used to be hard to get started. It used to be hard to even get your web center set up. it used to be difficult to figure out what to do, and there used to be like 4 trainers that did 2 trainings a year. So, there's just no excuse. If we had had this back then, I just sometimes think about like, geez, I wonder if we would have made 4 times the amount of money in half the time. And so Jason is just doing such a tremendous job, and he's just showing up in a big way for everybody and going above and beyond the call of approach, just to give as much as he can to make it easier for us. So if you're ready to get started, the code is live until Friday. Saturday at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will be turned off automatically and will not be able to be turned on. So that's a hard deadline. Hopefully you take advantage of it. Hopefully you join Jason on March 11th, because he will walk you through exactly what you need to do, you and your organization. Anything else you want to add, Jay?
Absolutely. No, I just want to thank you for everything that you've done for the division, and I've loved everything that I've done so far with you and the team, and we've got some incredible people in place, and got to meet some great WebCenter owners and UnFranchise owners, and yeah, like you said, just looking to help and support as many people as possible, because it is a great program. And my first thing, that I was afraid that it was going to be too technical for me. Right. I had a degree in English, and I was like, well, I'm not sure if I can do this tech stuff. But I understood marketing and communication. It was really just relationships. So if you're just a people person, you can succeed just as much as someone who has a technical background, because all the tools and resources are there for you. Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining. What we'll do now is we're going to stop recording, and we're going to take any questions that you might have. So just give me a second. Let's see. I couldn't see our faces the whole time, so oh my goodness. All right, let me go ahead and hit stop recording.